Okay, so what is the most engaging content for 2024, and why do we need engagement in the first place? Is what I'm going to be talking about today. Welcome. My name is Tanya Smith, and I'm a social media marketing expert. I'm a digital marketing and video marketing mentor, coach, and trainer. And you are here either in one of my groups or on my page, and I thought this would be a great time to talk about engagement. A lot of times we focus on the things that we need to do in our business. And, when we're creating content, when we're putting ourselves out there, we want engagement. But why do we need engagement? And so I thought I'd cover that and then talk about some of the most engaging content that you can do and why that is. So let's get started. All right. So my mission here for you today is that you're going to come away with some insights that or some inspiration. So, there's so much knowledge out there that a lot of times it's like we know the things, but are we doing them? Are we taking action? We talked yesterday in our coffee chat about the law of action, and we've heard a law of attraction, and one of my mentors did a live, and she talked about the law of action. I thought that is so powerful because many times we want to do these things and we have all these plans. In the beginning of the year, we're focused on our goals and our dreams, and then we don't get into action, and we want it to kind of manifest. And I believe in manifestation. I believe that that God brings us our hopes and dreams according to His will. But one of the things is getting into action. That's the thing that we need to do. And while we're in action, and this is going to go along with what I'm going to talk about engagement, while we're in action, we be able to receive things. Good morning, Facebook user. I should have my phone on. I don't even know where it's at. Y'all, I don't have it with me. So I don't know who you are, but good morning. Thank you so much for being here. But when we're getting in action, then we are able to see what's going all right and what's going wrong. And so it's Martha. Hey, Martha. Yay. Martha was in our group yesterday, giving us some huge value. Hey, you know what? Y'all, I don't have my microphone going on. I'm going to try to have it right here. Plug it in. Tell me if you can hear me. I don't want it to mess up the sound here. I'm hoping it enhances it. Can you hear me? Still? Let me know. All right. So I'm going to hope for the best here. All right. So yes, good. All right. I was kind of waiting for that. Why do we need engagement? So one of the things is it's going to boost your visibility, right? Most social media platforms, they're going to favor content that gets engagement. They're going to show it to more people. And then this increases your content's reach and visibility. And that's really important. You're going to be able to gain insights. And remember when I talked about getting into action? And so engagement provides that. Hey, Ashley, good morning. Engagement provides that valuable feedback. So I don't think that comments and likes is going to be the make or break of your, if you have a whole lot or don't on your content, because I've seen people that don't get a lot of engagement as far as people commenting and liking on their post, but their views, right? And that's something you want to pay attention to, because views. But we're going to talk about engagement and why that's important. So don't get stuck in a place, well, I don't get any engagement on my post. But this is just your stepping stone. This is going to be why you need to, and then what kind of content to create to start building that your muscle of you creating it and building that the engaging type content. So seeing those likes and shares, and you have a post that people are commenting on and you're getting engagement, and then you might post something that doesn't. There's a couple of factors there. One, the post that you did could be a personal post, and it's going to always get more engagement. However, if you got two different businessy type posts, and you get one that gets a lot of engagement and one that doesn't, you're going to get that insight. you're going to go, okay, well, I'm going to do more of this that people are engaging with and less of the ones that don't. And that way you're not emotionally attached to it, right? You're not emotionally attached to the result. You're using it as a, okay, this is evidence, this is insight, right? And then you're going to enhance by getting this engagement. It does enhance your credibility and your credibility. So when people engage with you, it gives people, and especially if you're consistent, like, and I mean consistent, I don't mean every single day. If you've set a pattern of posting consistently each week, and there's nothing wrong with every day, it's probably better. But my point is, if you're beginning out, if you're starting out and you're just not that consistent, as long as you're consistent weekly, if you're doing something consistently and in the long term, are you here for the long term? That's a question to ask yourself because there are different strategies and tactics. But if you're in a business, if you're in network marketing, you're coaching, you're in a business, people are going to want to see that you're going to stay, especially in this day where people are jumping companies right and left, which is fine, right? I'm not criticizing that. I'm saying you get people know, liking, and trusting you, and they will follow you more than likely. So and then it drives conversion. So, engaged audiences are going to be more likely to become customers, right? You've built this relationship with your brand. They've connected to it, and they're going to be more likely to purchase. So, what is some engaging content? Let's get into that. Let's dive into the engaging types of content. And this I wish I could say there's this magic thing, right? This is new and unusual. Now you got AI, so there's some of that. Like that's going to be fun, right? There's these new trendy things. But I'm going to say if you have the foundation of the concepts of marketing and then add in the trends as they come, I feel like it's a better strategy. So visual content is always going to get more engagement. And this can be images, this can be um, videos, this can be interactive content that captures attention. So what does that look like? So one of the highest right now, right? Just right now is the short form videos. They're getting a lot of engagement. Um, the TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, uh, video, Facebook. Their reels are get a lot of views. Um, and if you have your profile, your personal profile set to professional, you'll get those analytics. Interactive content. Now, so if you have a group, you can do quizzes and polls. You could do that on your profile. You could do a quiz. You could do a version of a poll. Facebook, I don't believe allows you to, last time I checked, which was recently, they don't let you do a poll on your profile, but you could make you can make your own poll, quizzes, interact, or if you have a group, um, but it's a way to get your feedback from your audience, right? Finding out what they like. What do they want from you, right? What do you want? What do they need? And maybe it's not even connected to you. A lot of times people don't want to give that information if they think you're fishing, right? So there's ways of doing that. And personalized content. Everyone loves to see your life. People love to see the inside of people's backstory, the what's behind the scenes, whether it's in your office, if it's in your life. They love seeing that because, and we think our life is so boring. I mean, I remember when I first started, I'm like, no one's going to want to see. I live on a farm. Who cares about that? No one's going to want to see that. And I get more engagement on my reels or my posts that involve my animals always. So what we think is boring, and I will tell you there are people, and this is totally off what we're talking about, but just to give you an example, there are people that will pay hundreds of dollars to pay for the right to just watch someone play video games, right? They're just sitting there playing video games. I don't know if that's a thing anymore, but I remember hearing about that. I'm like, "Oh my gosh." And there's nothing inappropriate. It would just be someone sitting there playing video games. Probably was a cute girl, but whatever. And then educational content, tutorials, webinars, how-to videos, things like this. I'm sharing my knowledge with you, and it's going to position you at the creator, right? As more of an expert. I don't care what you're talking about. I know there's people that have gotten on their profile and just showed up every morning with a coffee and just some words of inspiration, right? That is a fantastic way to serve your audience. And people love that. So I'm not going to go into all the steps. There's a lot of things but those are the top ones. And one more I wanted to add was storytelling. Whenever you're telling a story, people love. We can't resist stories. We can't resist them. And so I hope this was helpful. I hope that kind of got your juices going of, the things that you can create, the content. If you need help with creating content, if understanding how to speak the language of your audience, if understanding those steps, if how to go from, building an audience to creating the content that actually attracts them and not repels them, and then go into, like, how do you funnel them into your offer? Because if you go from creating content to making an offer, it's usually not going to land well. But there is a strategy and a system that you can follow that is super simple. It's just a matter of knowing it and applying it. And if that's something you want help with, make sure reach out to me. I've got a solution for you that is super reasonable and super easy to participate in. So I'll get you more details on that. I'm working on that, but it's live now. We've been doing it for over a year now, and it's been very, very, people in there are getting a lot of good results. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know and I can get you the deets. Until then, I will see you next week, this same time. Love y'all.